So we're here with my mate from Down Under, Rob Joseph from Design Concepts. And Rob, we're talking about remodeling and how do you live in your remodel and do it safely?
Well, that's the trick. Living in the project and not losing control. Because if you lose control of that project, you're living in a war zone.
Yeah.
It's like bringing
it could be even dangerous.
Oh, and dangerous. And it's like you bring a date home, stubs her foot on a 2x4, steps on a nail, that's a hot date going cold.
Yeah.
And if you're married and living in a relationship and you're remodeling that project together, she's going home to mom.
Yeah,
And
an issue.
Yeah, it's an issue, and then you're in trouble.
Yeah.
You got to get that job done quick.
And so what are the best pointers? What do you do?
What do? You isolate specific aspects of the construction project. You can do room by room and get the room completed from start to finish, so that you're not interfering with the environment and the home
So you kind of seal it off, I guess?
You seal it off for health reasons, and you just contain that dirt and that dust and the clutter. Because it kind of takes the whole family out of sync when you're stepping over stuff and tools and things all the time when you're in the project. So you want to isolate your project to a specific room, or even you can do it specific items. If you're doing finish work or changing doors out, then you would just stick to doing that one task throughout the whole house, so that you're keeping the clutter and the mess and construction debris to
Because you can cut down all the tools and all that kind of stuff because you only do one specific thing?
My house right now, I got tools all over the place. It's a construction zone. We've totally lost control. It's like it is major combat.
But wait, you're giving us advice on this.
Well, yeah, I'm giving you advice from experience, but
But
my situation is I'm single dad, so for me it's like doesn't matter.
And you don't date, so
Yeah, I don't date. I don't have anybody coming over, and so my kids, it's like get up in the morning, get to work. After dinner, hey, pick that hammer up and start pounding away. It's funny because my kids they just totally enthralled and absorbed in this project. The other day I woke up and I had a Sawzall cradled in my arms as I was sleeping. My kids just kind of staged that and took a picture. They just thought that was really funny. But
so that's your life.
That's not the thing to do. You want to avoid doing that at all costs, because right now, for me, there's just debris everywhere, and I am concerned about liability issues.
Yeah. What are the liabilities?
Well, people coming in and out. Somebody's going to get hurt. That date that stubs her foot on a 2x4 or steps on a nail, or the kids' friends come over and they hurt themselves with some debris or a tool or whatever.
So you got to watch out liability.
You got to watch out on the liability. So you really have to manage the project for that reason.
And what about health issues? Are there health issues?
Oh, absolutely.
Like sanding and stuff like that?
Oh, absolutely. There's health issues. You've got dust, and because you're living in this home that's functioning, you've got a furnace running, or you've got AC running, and you have air ducts that are sucking the air out from inside your living quarters and filtering it through your system, your air conditioning or your heating system, and it's blowing it back out. And so you've got to change your filters all the time. You've got to check those, because it actually causes damage to your system by cluttering it with dust, and then your system becomes inefficient, and then it could actually break. And so it would actually cost you a lot more money. So you want to change that filter on a regular basis, because the purpose of that filter is to clean the air.
Yeah.
And so you want to keep
If you got dust in the air, then it clogs
suck
up.
the dust in and put out good air. So you got to change those filters. And when you're working, and like with me, I've got young kids around. Well, not so young, teenagers, but make them wear masks. I make them wear gloves. I make them follow some safety rules and stuff, so that nobody gets injured in the house.
Yeah. Well, that's great advice. Thanks for coming on the show, buddy.
Yeah, it's always good to be here.
Yeah, right.